In today's video, I'm bringing you my Professor Crowler 40 card character deck profile. Coming up. What's up there and welcome to a brand new video on 414 Yugioh. In today's video, I'm bringing you my 40 card deck profile for Professor Crowler. And hey, if you're new here, why not join the 414 community by hitting the subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss out. So here it is, my Professor Crowler deck. To be fair, it hasn't really changed much from the other deck profile that I've got on here. I think I just took out a few cards just to make it 40. So I took out some duplicates. Though saying that, there are quite a few duplicates in here because obviously, you know, I think we saw him duel maybe 3, maybe 4 times, but he pretty much used the same strategy every time. So the cards are limited in here, but you know, this deck did extremely well in the 4-on-4 King of Games tournament. If you haven't seen that, then you know, check out the playlist I've got on that. But this guy did really well, which was just really surprising. I thought he'd go out in the first round, but I think he made it all the way to like the semi-finals, which was unbelievable, but crazy. Anyway, so I'm going to get on with the deck profile. There's no vanillas in here. It's simply all effect monsters, and I'm going to start with those monsters. Kicking things off with 3 Ancient Gear. So 2-star monster, 100 attack, 800 defense. While an Ancient Gear is face up on your side of the field, you can special summon this card from your hand in attack position. Awesome. Next up is 3 Ancient Gear Beasts. So 6-star monster, 2000 attack, 2000 defense. This card cannot be special summoned. The effects of your opponent's effect monster that this monster destroys as a result of battle are negated. If this card attacks, your opponent cannot activate any spell or trap cards until the end of the damage step. Nice. Next up is a copy of Ancient Gear Cannon, 2-star monster, 500 attack, 500 defense. By tributing this card, inflict 500 points of damage to your opponent's life points, and then neither player can activate trap cards during the battle phase of this turn. Really cool card. Then we've got Ancient Gear Engineer. Ancient Gear Engineer. Really bad impression. 5-star monster, 1500 attack, 1500 defense. Negate the effects of any trap cards that target this card and destroy that trap card. If this card attacks, your opponent cannot activate any spell or trap cards until the end of the damage step. When this card attacks, destroy 1 spell or trap card on your opponent's side of the field at the end of the damage step. Signature card, obviously Ancient Gear Golem in all its awesomeness. This is a really cool card actually. I love the artwork on this and I love the whole concept of this monster. Incredible. So it's an 8-star monster. It's got 3000 attack, 3000 defense. It cannot be special summoned. If this card attacks a defense position monster, inflicts piercing battle damage, which is incredible, especially with 3000 attack. So if this card attacks, your opponent cannot activate any spell or trap cards until the end of the damage step, which is a pretty standard kind of thing for these Ancient Gear monsters. Then we've got 3 Ancient Gear Soldiers. So like I said, there's a lot of duplicates in this deck, especially running them at 3 as well. It's a 4-star monster, 1300 attack, 1300 defense. If this card attacks, your opponent can activate any spell or trap cards until the end of the damage step. Standard for these Ancient Gears. Next up is Emez the Infinity. So it's a 7-star monster, 2500 attack, 2000 defense. Each time this card destroys an opponent's monster and sends it to the graveyard, as a result of battle, increase the attack of this card by 700 points. Coolio. Final monster in the deck then is 2 copies of the Trojan Horse. This thing is awesome. It's kind of like a Kaiser Seahorse, but for Earth monsters. So 4-star monster, 1600 attack, 1200 defense. If you tribute summon an Earth monster, you can treat this one monster as 2 tributes for the tribute summon. Incredible card. Onto the spells then. So we're starting off with Ancient Gear Castle, continuous spell card. Each face-up Ancient Gear monster gains 300 attack. Each time a monster or monsters is normal summoned or set, place 1 counter on this card. If you tribute summon an Ancient Gear monster, you can substitute this card for a tributes if the number of counters is equal or greater to the number of required tributes, which is unbelievable. So it's going to allow you to get that Ancient Gear Golem out a lot easier, which is, you know, what you want. Next up, Ancient Gear Drill. I run 2 of these. You can only activate this card by discarding 1 card from your hand, while a monster that includes Ancient Gear in its card name is face up on your side of the field. Select 1 spell card from your deck and set it on your side of the field. You cannot use that spell card this turn, which is awesome. Next up, Ancient Gear Explosive. I love this card. I think it's really cool. You target 1 face-up Ancient Gear monster on your side of the field. When you activate this card, destroy the targeted monster and inflict damage equal to half its original attack to your opponent. So it's just a bit of cheeky burn damage there. Why not? Then we've got Ancient Gear Factory. Select 1 monster in your hand that includes Ancient Gear in its card name. Show the monster to your opponent. Remove from play cards in your graveyard that include ancient gear in their card names. If you want to tribute summon, you basically just get rid of cards that level equal up to what you're after, and then you can get rid of it. I should really know what these cards do, seeing that I put them in the deck. Sometimes it's been a while and I'm like, what's this card doing again? But hey. Ancient Gear Fist, another awesome Ancient Gear card here. So it's an equip spell card this time. You equip it only to an Ancient Gear monster, destroy any monster that battles with it at the end of the damage step. Incredible, that's so good. I probably should mention this deck is extremely spell heavy, a lot with all the Ancient Gear cards in there. Plus, I think we only saw him play like 3 trap cards in the show. So, apologies about the amount of spells in this, but I think it works really well. Once again, an Ancient Gear tank. So I run 2 copies of this one. It's an equip spell card. Equipped only to an Ancient Gear monster, it gains 600 attack when this card is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, inflicts 600 damage to your opponent. So that's really, really cool. It's basically the Ancient Gear monsters, besides from Ancient Gear Golem, are pretty weak. So you're going to need cards like this just to give them that bit of power. Final Ancient Gear spell cards then. So we've got Ancient Gear Workshop. Once again, I run 2 of these. You add 1 Ancient Gear monster from your graveyard to your hand, which is cool. So you're basically just stocking up on monsters if you need defense or if you're trying to plan a tribute for Ancient Gear Golem. Next up is Confiscation. It's a proper kind of Crowler card. Makes me think of him a lot. But basically, you pay 1,000 life points, look at your opponent's hands, select 1 card amongst them, and then discard it to graveyard. Just classic Crowler right there. Then I run a copy of Graceful Charity, draw 3, then discard 2, so a bit of drawing power in the deck. Heavy Storm, destroy all spell and trap cards on the field, which is awesome. Goes in combo with one of his trap cards actually, Statue of the Wicked, but I'll get to that in just a little bit. Limited removal, yeah, like I mentioned, the Ancient Gear monsters are pretty weak, so any chance we can beef them up is always welcome. So you just double the attack of all face-up machine type monsters on your side of the field until the end of this turn. During the end phase, destroy all monsters that were affected by this effect. So, it's going to be a bit of a gamble there. But can you imagine if you have your Ancient Gear Golem out? You're going to double that boy to 6,000, which will be incredible. Magnet Circle level 2, special summon 1 level 2 or lower machine type monster from your hand. So, you can help. If you're trying to tribute in for bigger things. A copy of Polymerization, because of course we have the ultimate Ancient Gear Golem in here, so we'll need that. More drawing power in Pot of Greed. More recycling in Premature Burial. Final spell card is Spell Gear. So send 3 Ancient Gear cards you control to the graveyard. You can special summon up to 1 Ancient Gear Golem from your hand and 1 from your deck, ignoring its summoning conditions. Then destroy all monsters you control except Ancient Gear Golems. You cannot normal summon or set until the end of your next turn. So it's pretty much trying to build you up to that Ancient Gear Golem play there, so incredible stuff. On to Crowler's Traps then. So damage condenser to start. When you take battle damage, discard 1 card, special summon 1 monster from your deck with attack less than or equal to the battle damage you took in face-up attack position. Nice. Statue of the Wicked, like I was talking about earlier. So when this face down card is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, special summon 1 Wicked token, Fiend type, 4 stars, attack 1,000, defense 1,000 in attack or defense position on your side of the field. He played 2 of these in the show, so maybe I should get rid of one of the spell cards and put another one of these in, because he basically did this, heavy stormed it, then he had his 2 tributes for Ancient Gear in that first episode of GX, which is a really good play, so I should probably do that. I'm going to do that. Finally, Zero Gravity. Change the mount position of all face-up monsters on you and your opponent's side of the field. Awesome sauce. Final card then is from Crowler's extra deck. It's the ultimate Ancient Gear Golem. Requires an Ancient Gear Golem and then 2 Ancient Gear monsters. So, incredibly easy to bring out, to be fair. 4,400 attack and 3,400 defense. One absolute tank. Okay, so this guy can't be special summoned unless you fuse him. He also has piercing, which is unbelievable. If this card attacks, your opponent can activate spell or trap cards until the end of the damage step, just like the other Ancient Gears. If this card is destroyed, you can special summon 1 Ancient Gear Golem from your graveyard, ignoring its summoning conditions. One absolutely unbelievable card. That is so good and just really adds to that Ancient Gear Golem theme. Awesome sauce. But there we go, that was my 40 card character deck profile for Professor Crowler there. Like I said, he did really well in the 414 King of Games tournament, so check out his performance in there. He was quite the underdog and quite the surprise of the tournament, I think. Surprising, this deck against other character decks. He went up against a lot stronger players as well, which was absolutely unbelievable. But hey, if you'd like to see more character deck duels, character deck profiles, Yu-Gi-Oh! Facts videos and more, then hit the subscribe button right now. And of course, if you enjoyed the deck profile, don't forget, smash the like button, share this video with a friend, or just leave me a comment in the section below. That is it from me. I will see you in the next video. Take care.